Right now I'm listening to a QSO. That's just people talking like you and I would um, at dinner, on the front porch, wherever, about whatever we would like to talk about. But in this case, it's over the air, HF radio to be exact. And it's one of the things that ham radio operators do, or amateur radio operators do, is we enjoy meeting on the air to discuss the things that we love. In this case, as you might guess, some amateur radios operators like talking about their radios. And that's what these gentlemen are doing. Uh, Actually, they were talking a little bit ago about operating on satellites. I have a friend, Kevin Zari, who's actually the technical director for the ISS, KK4YEL. He's an amateur radio operator, and he loves operating satellites and QRP like I am here. QRP is limit yourself to 5 watts of power, or 10 watts if you're using voice, and talking to whoever you can reach. Today, I talked to Chuck up in Clinton, Wisconsin, a contact a little bit over 1,000 miles away. And that was Whiskey Delta 9 Bravo Bravo. And my call sign is November 4 Victor Echo Papa. So there are many people who you might consider even rock stars, so to speak, who are involved in amateur radio. SpaceX just launched a few weeks ago their first Crew Dragon mission. Well, Bob Benkin, KE6GGX, is an amateur radio operator. Kevin Zari, as I mentioned. I have another friend, Dave Lorette, KU0R. Dave Lorette is, well, I can't say exactly what he does because I don't fully know. But I do know that he does work the Air Force side at Cape Canaveral Air Force Station, and he did start out in the nuclear missile program in the Air Force. So most of his work is classified. He's a GS-13, so that's pretty high up on the food chain if you know anything about government service ratings. So the point I'm making is that there are people in the know who believe in amateur radio. Dave is a big QRP operator like myself. He loves operating CW, or Morse code. Most of the amateur radio operators call it CW. And what you're maybe beginning to figure out is that amateur radio is all about STEM: science, technology, engineering, and math. All these men that I've mentioned have wonderful STEM careers. I mean, who wouldn't want to be an astronaut? Who wouldn't want to work with the space station, designing the next cool gadget to go in space as part of our space program? And of course, who wouldn't want to use their skills to help make sure our nation is safe? And those are the things that these men do. So if you want to engage your students in STEM, I would encourage you to get involved in amateur radio. It does take a little bit of money, not a whole lot. You can get started at the very basic entry level for about $20, $25 and get into the VHF, UHF spectrum with a amateur radio walkie-talkie. That will allow you to talk across the country in some cases, because amateur radio does tie their equipment to the internet in some cases. It's certainly not what we do with all our systems. A lot of us prefer to operate simplex, just like you and I would talk directly to one another. So consider amateur radio for your classroom. It's a good way to encourage community service. It's a good way to encourage a continuing education, because that is involved in technology, is the technology that continues to grow and change. On my phone, which I'm recording my video with, I have digital software that allows me to transmit just like you would email and things like that. But I would do it through the airwaves, radio to radio. So I encourage you to check out Amateur Radio.